Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Would just like to introduce my officially Fuselage test bed, let's call it that. Ideal for testing setups, you know, setups, and if you're going to go from an H1 to an H-Ace, you can put your electronics in here. Now the all-up weight is almost identical to that of a Bell 206, so with that in mind it should fly pretty much the same and give you the same flight time. Fairly easy to construct, there's no real instruction manual, it's all pretty obvious. Just a note that when you put these on, just to make sure that they are not touching the gear, yeah, so make sure that you mount your module nice and centered. There are already two holes there for the front, but the back clips you need to glue on, and you've got a little bit of room to move it slightly just to make sure that that's in the center. I did put on this little brace, although I don't really think that's necessary. I'm flying with my little 2200 here, and the CG at this point is, let's have a look, I could go a little bit forward, I suppose, fraction. But yeah, let's give it a flight and see what all the fuss is about. Now I have introduced a FPV version, and that in fact has I've replaced this, and it's got a space for a battery on each side with Velcro straps, and you can then move the battery forward and back, because depending on how much gear you've got in front here, then you can get the CG correct, yeah. So that's a different version to this. This is purely a test bed. So let's throw it in the air. As usual, I fly in ATTI mode, which I have here. Make sure I'm recording. Yes, indeed. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and run. So as I say, all-up weight is, if it judders now, that's because the blades are just a fraction too tight. And here we go. So yeah, look at that, eh? Look at that. I could decrease a little bit the self-stabilization. A little bit. But let's fly. Looks completely alien, this thing. Bit weird, to say the least. But as far as flying is concerned, it should fly the same as anything else, because it weighs the same, and the module doesn't care really what it's in. Yeah. So let's try GPS. There we go. GPS mode. Fairly dialed in. Fairly dialed in. yeah, little test module. Look, if you have any use for this sort of thing, then it's there, you know. If you don't have any use for it, well, that's also fine. Back to GPS. Back to ATI. GPS. And ATI. Flies like anything else. Should fly on this little 2200. You'll get a definite 10 minutes out of that. Absolutely. With a 3000 you will get, I would say, 24, almost 25 minutes. Yeah. But who's flying for 25 minutes? I don't know. Tail's pretty quiet. I mean, I can barely hear it. I'm going to use this to taste. I'm going to use this to test the H-Ace that's coming. So I'll just leave it as is until it arrives. I've stripped this out of one of my other helicopters. Back to GPS. I've stripped it out of one of my other helicopters, and I'll use this as a test bed for the H-Ace and give you a full rundown on that. Really looking forward to that, because it's got some very nice features that I'm very keen to test. One of them being the onboard GPS compass calibration feature, so that's going to be very nice. Another thing I'm keen to test, and just to demonstrate, not that I would use it personally, is the coordinated turns, like that, for instance. Yeah, I'll let you know if it works in GPS and in ATI mode. It should do that. And then also on this switch here, which is very dangerous to the motor off, but it's a tall switch. It's got the soft, medium and sport settings. Yeah, so I'm keen to give that a go. I mean, it's not everything that you need to use. You don't need to use everything. But yeah, I'm very keen to get that going, and I'm going to give you a full rundown from out of the box, from when it arrives to calibration, installation, first flight, etc, etc. But yeah, as long as but yeah, as far as the Fuselage is concerned, it's a runner, and I have no doubt that the FPV version will be just as good. You will have to increase your pitch a little bit on, actually, yeah, depends what battery you're going for. You know, if your weight is 1500 grams, I would suggest increasing the pitch to 14 degrees, always up and down, and the motor speed from 65, 70 maybe, from that to maybe 75, so that I would recommend. But I haven't built one, I don't have the FPV gear, so I'll wait for someone to build it and let me know how much it weighs, and then I'll give you the settings for that as well. But in the meantime, I would say this is but ugly, but functional. You could almost call this an FW 206 as opposed to a 450, because it is basically, if it just had a little hood on it, you know, if it had like the FW 450 hood on it, you would be hard pressed to tell the difference. Look, it doesn't react like a 450, but then it isn't a 450. That's got a much nicer head on it, but this is for scale flying, yeah, like this, for instance, whatever it is. And for testing your setups, let's say you wanted to test, in fact, this would be perfect for transitioning to ATI mode. So let's say you have a nice height of about that, 5 meters. You're in GPS mode here, or here, wherever you have it. I just found it very easy over here. And you flick to ATI like that, and then you just see that it's what it does. And if it does drop out of the sky because maybe your ATI isn't dialed in properly, it's just easy enough to flick it back to GPS and save your helicopter. But this is pretty nice to test that, you know. We are in GPS mode, that's what. Okay, pretty nice to test that. So you're in GPS there, for instance, yeah, and you flick it to ATI. Oops. And if you get flustered, back to GPS, just like that. And if you do lose it, let's say you're in ATI like this, and you're flying and you think, oh dear, just flick it to GPS, and it'll just do that. It'll just stop on the dime there like that. I just flicked it up here. So it was going very fast, of course. That's why it had a huge brake. I've only set it to 30%. We're in GPS still, back to ATI. But yeah, you can learn. You can transition. You can use this to transition. So that's a nice tool for that, you know. Because I see lots of people crashing, unfortunately, for some or other reason. How long we've been flying? Oh, 8 minutes. I'm going to fly this battery flat. Little 2200. So yeah, transition to your GPS mode, very handy, because fuselages aren't cheap, yeah, and it's quite disheartening when you do something, because some people they've got the setting right, GPS ATI, but somehow it doesn't flick into ATI mode. It goes to 6G mode, and then the helicopter drops, they crash it. So with this, I mean, we're in ATI, yeah, I would start that exercise at this height, GPS. I wouldn't start it down there. And if you flick to ATI and something happens, you can just flick it straight. Oh look, there's a real helicopter. You can just flick it straight back to GPS mode. So ATI, take control. If you think, oh dear, if it does this, just flick it, just let go and flick it to GPS. So it's very, very handy for that. The FUCH, I see some people have come up with some very comical and creative names for those letters, you know, which is interesting. But as far as this is concerned, it's a runner, guys. You can print and look. You might find that the tail, right at the tail prop, is a little more flexible than a full fuselage, but as you can see, there's absolutely no issue with that. That little brace that I've got underneath there, it's actually not even required, because there's so little force that this needs to, you know, as long as it's not like jelly, then the gyro can keep up, which it's doing, obviously. There we go. That's the battery flat. Gonna land and I'll let you know how long I flew. And then land and let you know how long I flew. Let's try not to damage the tail. Right. Yeah, I must loosen those blades. That was that was, I didn't switch the radio off. It was over 10 minutes anyway. Okay guys, thanks for joining. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Thanks for joining. And let me switch this off. And yeah, I mean, what can I say? It is what it is. It's very simple. I've got my little wires there away from the gear. Everything obviously ice cold. I mean, it's just you know, there's no, you can feel everything actually. I'm just, the motor, the tail, the back motor, the main motor is not even ambient temperature. It's ice cold. This is ice cold. Battery is cold. Guys, I think she's a runner. I'm actually quite happy about I'm actually quite intrigued about this thing. It's quite a funny thing. I did actually send you guys in the link in the file the new beefed up landing gear. It's just a little beefier. Not that the other one had anything wrong with it, but let's just put it here. It's a little beefier, and so yes, as I say, okay, I've moved this out slightly. That's why this is nice and quiet now. And if you hold that still, there is a little bit of flex here, but it's not anything that anybody needs to worry about. It won't break. I mean, I'm picking it up here, you know, so it's all good. And of course, because the Heli balances here, the amount of force that's required here is very little. You can blow on it and it'll turn, as long as this is not flopping around, you know. Okay guys, thanks for joining. I'll put the links to both versions in the description, and we'll see you on the next one.